Morani, a name that would one day echo across the plains, though for much of his youth it was spoken only in passing. His name meant warrior in the Ma language, a title that carried the weight of generations of lions before him. Yet for years Morani seemed to fade into the background, his presence almost ghost-like among the tall grasses and shifting shadows. One of 4 brothers in Kenya's legendary Marsh Pride, Morani was the quietest, often overlooked as his siblings jostled for attention and dominance, their roars echoing while his voice remained silent. Scarface, Hunter, and Sikio each had their signature traits, drawing the eyes of observers and the respect of the pride. Their personalities were bold, their actions decisive. Morani, though large and powerful, carried himself with a subtlety that made him seem less imposing, almost invisible at times. He watched, learned, and absorbed the complex social dynamics of the pride, his gaze always attentive, his mind always working. While others fought for scraps and status, Morani hung back, his amber eyes missing little. He was a silent observer, never rushing, always patient. The Mara's vast plains became his classroom, every hunt and storm a lesson in survival, every sunrise and sunset a reminder of the cycle of life. He saw the power struggles, the hunts, the dangers of drought and rival predators. He witnessed the cost of recklessness and the value of patience. Morani was not idle, he was quietly preparing, building a foundation of understanding that would one day serve him well. He was the silent student, the prince in the shadows, biding his time, learning from every mistake, his own and those of others. Few noticed him then, but the lessons he learned would shape his destiny, forging a strength that was quiet but unbreakable. Even he did not yet know what he was waiting for, but in the heart of the marsh, a silent prince was preparing for his moment to rise. The Marsh Pride's strength lay in its 4 brothers, Scarface, Sikio, Hunter, and Morani. Scarface, with his legendary scar, was the bold leader, always first to confront danger. Hunter was the master stalker, precise and deadly, reading the land like a seasoned tracker. Sikio, ever alert, was the pride's early warning system, his ears catching every sound. These 3 formed a dynamic trio, each with a clear role. Morani the 4th was different, quiet, strong, but rarely in the spotlight. He didn't lead like Scarface, hunt like Hunter, or watch like Sikio. Instead he observed, often at the edge of the group, his mind always working. Some mistook his reserve for weakness, but Morani was simply conserving energy, learning. Together, the brothers were a formidable coalition, their roars echoing across the Mara. They hunted and defended their pride with unity and strength. Morani's contributions were subtle but essential. In these early days their combined power was unmatched. The future of the Marsh Pride seemed secure in their paws. Morani was an integral, if understated, part of their legacy. Morani's nature set him apart from his brothers. He avoided unnecessary conflict, preferring patience and observation over aggression. While others fought for dominance, Morani blended into the tall grass, still and watchful. He waited for the frenzy to subside before claiming his share, conserving energy for when it truly mattered. This wasn't weakness, it was strategy. He understood that every fight risked injury, and in the wild, that could be fatal. His quiet confidence made him an enigma, a gentle giant within the pride. During hunts he assessed before acting, adding his strength at the crucial moment. Morani didn't seek glory, he focused on the outcome, a successful hunt for the pride. His thoughtful approach marked him as a lion of quiet strength and deep insight. Morani's education came through careful observation. He watched Scarface's boldness, Hunter's patience, and Sikio's vigilance, learning from their successes and mistakes. He saw the cost of constant conflict, wounds, exhaustion, and the toll of leadership. Morani chose a different path, avoiding fights unless necessary, preserving his strength. He learned the art of timing, the value of stillness, and the importance of awareness. His strategy was to play the long game, accumulating wisdom quietly. He absorbed lessons from his brothers, understanding that survival required more than brute force. This silent apprenticeship shaped him into a lion who valued patience and intelligence. He didn't need to make every mistake himself, he learned by watching. Morani's unique skill set, strategy, patience, and restraint would become his greatest asset. He was building a foundation for a different kind of leadership. In time, this quiet intelligence would set him apart. Time wore down the Marsh Pride's dominant males. Scarface, once invincible, slowed with age and injury, his scars a testament to battles fought. Hunter and Sicchio too faced the inevitable decline, speed waning, vigilance harder to maintain. The coalition's prime years faded and the balance of power shifted. One by one the brothers' influence waned, whether through age, injury, or dispersal. Amid this transition Morani remained, strong, largely unscathed, and ever watchful. He had learned from his brothers' reigns, avoiding the pitfalls that hastened their decline. As a power vacuum emerged, Morani's quiet presence became more significant. The Pride needed leadership, and Morani, the once overlooked brother, was ready. His time was finally arriving. Morani's rise was as steady as his early life, marked by a quiet determination that set him apart from the very beginning. He was never the loudest or the most aggressive, but there was a sense of purpose in every step he took. There was no dramatic coup. He simply began to fill the void left by his brothers, stepping into the space with a natural ease that surprised even those who had watched him grow up. He patrolled the territory with calm purpose, his roars signaling his claim. Each morning his deep calls echoed across the plains, a gentle but unmistakable reminder that a new leader was present. The lionesses, recognizing his strength and reliability, looked to him for protection. They gathered around him, sensing the shift in the Pride's energy, and found comfort in his steady presence. Morani's leadership was gentle but firm, his presence reassuring. He offered a sense of security that allowed the Pride to relax and thrive, knowing he would always be there. He didn't need aggression to prove himself, his quiet confidence was enough. Other lions respected him not for displays of force, but for the calm certainty he radiated. Even seasoned rangers noticed the shift. Morani, once in the background, now led with subtle authority. His transformation was gradual but unmistakable to those who paid attention. "He just seemed to grow into the role," one ranger remarked. "No big fights, he just became the leader." It was as if the Pride had always been waiting for him to step forward. Morani avoided unnecessary conflict, using his presence and roar to deter rivals. He understood that true power often lies in restraint, and his reputation alone was enough to keep challengers at bay. When challenged, he was formidable, his strength honed by years of coalition life. He could defend his Pride fiercely when needed, but never sought out confrontation for its own sake. He won respect through patience, strategy, and a clear understanding of what it took to lead. Morani knew when to act and when to wait, always thinking several steps ahead. His ascent was a masterclass in waiting for the right moment. He watched, learned, and only moved when the time was perfect, never rushing his decisions. The Pride thrived under his calm, steady rule. With Morani at the helm, the Marsh Pride found a new sense of unity and peace. Morani's leadership style was different, less about dominance, more about stability. He led by example, showing that strength could be quiet and leadership could be compassionate. He became the quiet king the Marsh Pride needed, a leader whose wisdom and patience shaped the future of his family. His reign was built on strategic patience and quiet strength, a legacy that would be remembered long after the sun set on his time as king. As dominant male, Morani's calm command defined his reign. He was a lion whose presence alone seemed to shape the very air around him, a silent force that radiated confidence and control. He ruled with serene authority, rarely needing to assert himself with violence. His leadership was felt in the way the Pride moved and rested, always attuned to his subtle cues. A low growl or a steady stare was enough to maintain order among the Pride. The younger lions learned quickly that respect was earned, not demanded. He tolerated cubs' antics, providing security and stability for the next generation. His patience with the young ones was a lesson in gentle strength. His interactions with lionesses were marked by respect and gentle leadership. He offered protection, but also trusted their instincts and wisdom. When it came to mating, he was assertive, but never forceful, earning acceptance through presence, not aggression. The lionesses responded to his calm confidence, not intimidation. Rangers often remarked on his unique style. "Morani doesn't need to show off, he just is king." His reputation spread far beyond the Pride, inspiring awe in all who saw him. Even rival animals sensed his strength. Buffalo and hyenas kept their distance. The savannah seemed to quiet when he passed, as if nature itself acknowledged his rule. His patrols were methodical, his roars deep and resonant, a warning to any would-be challengers. Each step he took reinforced the boundaries of his domain. He conserved energy, choosing battles wisely, engaging only when truly threatened. This wisdom allowed him to endure, outlasting many rivals. When conflict came, his experience and strength made him a formidable opponent. Few dared to challenge him, and those who did rarely succeeded. Morani's reign brought stability and calm to the Marsh Pride. The Pride thrived under his steady leadership, free from chaos and fear. His quiet power benefited every member of the Pride. Young and old alike found safety in his presence. He was a master of restraint, ruling with wisdom rather than fear. His legacy was not just in his strength, but in the peace he brought. Under his leadership the Pride flourished, and Morani's quiet roar echoed across the plains, a testament to the true nature of power. In old age, Morani became the Pride's wise patriarch. His mane, now flecked with gray, framed a face marked by years of experience. Though slower, his presence was more commanding than ever. He ruled with quiet wisdom, his knowledge of the land unmatched. Morani knew where to find shade, water, and safety. His experience guided the Pride. He relied on reputation and presence, not displays of dominance. Younger lions respected him, sensing the depth of his strength and intelligence. He was a living legend, a king who led by example and calm authority. The Pride thrived under his watchful, steady gaze. Morani's story is a testament to a different kind of power. He rose not through aggression, but through patience, observation, and restraint. His leadership brought stability and prosperity to the Marsh Pride. Cubs grew up under his calm rule, learning from his example. Rangers and researchers remember him with unique respect. Morani, the lion who waited. His legacy is one of quiet strength and enduring wisdom. He proved that true kingship is built on patience and intelligence, not just force. Morani's tale is shared around campfires and in the annals of wildlife history. He was the patient lion who ruled with dignity, leaving an indelible mark on the Mara.
Morani, the silent sovereign of the Mara. The Masai Mara unfolds, a vast canvas of life, truly. Here, a remarkable lion held dominion. Morani, they called him, this special one. His rule was a quiet, deep river, flowing strong yet ever so calm. His very presence was a silent power, known and felt across the golden plains. His kingdom was this ancient land, these sprawling, sun-kissed grasses, teeming with vibrant, bustling life always. He was its watchful, steady guardian, a silent heartbeat in the wild. He observed all things, missed nothing. The wind itself carried his authority. Every creature knew his quiet place. Morani's dominance was a subtle art. It was not proclaimed with loud roars. Instead, it radiated from him, a quiet confidence, deep and sure. He moved with a deliberate grace, each step measured, completely unhurried, his gaze steady and all-seeing. He surveyed his vast kingdom calmly, knowing his place, his undisputed right. This was the essence of his majesty, truly. When he appeared, a stillness fell. The air itself seemed to hold its breath. Other creatures would pause, watchful. Not in terror, but in acknowledgement. They recognized true authority, you see. His was a reign of quiet assertion. Morani's calm was hard-earned, mind you. His life was not without its trials. The plains are an unforgiving place. Challenges had come, as they always do. He bore the marks of past encounters, scars etched onto his noble hide, each one a testament to survival. A story of battles fought and won. He had faced danger many times and emerged stronger for it, always. He often walked alone, this great lion, a solitary figure against the horizon. This made his survival more remarkable. Many lions rely on coalitions, you know, brothers fighting side by side. Morani, for long periods, stood alone. Most male lions form powerful groups. These coalitions are essential, you see. They conquer territories together. They defend their prides as one unit. Strength in numbers is the usual rule. This is how many lion dynasties rise. They share the burdens of kingship and the dangers of a wild life. It is a proven strategy for survival, a brotherhood forged in fierce competition. But Morani, he was often different. For significant parts of his reign, he stood solo, a single male holding vast ground. This was a rare and difficult path. It demanded exceptional strength, yes, and also incredible courage and skill. Section 5. The Mara's respect, a fear born of awe. The respect Morani commanded was palpable. It wasn't just in the way he carried himself, but in the very essence of his being. His presence was a force that could be felt, a silent yet powerful declaration of his dominance. You could feel it in the very air. The atmosphere seemed to change when he was near, as if the savannah itself acknowledged his authority. The wind whispered his name and the grass bowed in his wake. When he moved, the plains took notice. Other lions especially understood. They watched him with a mix of respect and caution, aware that he was not one to be trifled with. His movements were deliberate, each step a testament to his strength and confidence. Younger males, full of ambition, would often pause in his presence. Their youthful energy and eagerness to prove themselves were tempered by the realization of who stood before them. They knew that challenging him would be a grave mistake. They sensed his deep, quiet power. It was an unspoken truth, a silent agreement among the lions of the savannah. His eyes, piercing and wise, held the stories of countless battles and victories. They were windows to a soul that had seen and endured much, a strength that needed no advertisement. His mere presence was enough to convey his dominance. There was no need for roaring or posturing. His calm demeanor spoke volumes. It was a quiet confidence that left a lasting impression on all who encountered him. His reputation preceded him always, a silent warning, clear and strong. The tales of his prowess and leadership were well known, passed down through generations of lions. He was a legend in his own time, a figure of awe and reverence. It was not just fear he instilled. Though a healthy fear was present, it was more than that. It was a deep-seated respect, a recognition of his rightful place as the leader. The other lions knew that he had earned his position through strength, wisdom and experience, though a healthy fear was present. It was a fear born of understanding, of knowing what he was capable of. It was a fear that kept the balance, ensuring that challenges were rare and order was maintained. It was more akin to profound awe. They saw in him a true elder, a seasoned ruler of great experience. His wisdom was sought after, his decisions respected. He was the embodiment of what it meant to be a leader in the wild. They saw in him a true elder, a seasoned ruler of great experience. His scars were not just marks of past battles, but symbols of his resilience and tenacity. Each scar told a story, a chapter in the epic tale of his life. His calm was more intimidating, perhaps, than the roars of a lesser lion. It hinted at reserves of strength, a capacity for action if provoked. His serenity was a testament to his control, his ability to remain composed in the face of adversity. It hinted at reserves of strength, a capacity for action if provoked. His muscles, though relaxed, were ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. He was a coiled spring, a force of nature waiting to be unleashed. So they gave him a wide berth mostly. They knew better than to test his patience. His territory was respected. His boundaries rarely crossed. It was an unspoken rule, a code of conduct that all lions adhered to. Even rival males showed deference. They might test the boundaries sometimes, but more often than not they would back down, recognizing the futility of challenging such a formidable opponent. His dominance was undisputed, his reign unchallenged. They might test the boundaries sometimes, but these tests were more out of curiosity than genuine challenge. They were reminders of his strength, opportunities for him to reaffirm his dominance. And each time he did so with grace and power, leaving no doubt as to who ruled the savannah. Section 6. Gentle strength, protector of pride and kin. Morani's strength was not just for battle, it also had a gentler, protective side. When he was with his pride, you saw it. The lionesses seemed at ease around him. They trusted his steady presence clearly. He provided a sense of security, a calm anchor in their often turbulent lives. His quiet vigilance kept them safe. He was the guardian of their world, a responsibility he carried with dignity, and the cubs, the future of the pride. They were remarkably unafraid of him. Often young cubs can be wary around the imposing adult males, but with Morani things felt different. They would sometimes tumble near him. Section 7. The weight of years, a king's solitude. A long reign brings many things: respect, territory, a legacy, but it can also bring a certain solitude. Morani, the great king, knew this too. As years passed, contemporaries vanished. Old rivals were gone. Old companions too. He remained a steadfast monument, but the landscape of his life changed. New generations rose around him. He was a link to a receding past. The burden of leadership is heavy, especially for one who often ruled alone. The constant need for vigilance, the defense of territory and pride, these responsibilities never truly ended. Even in his later years, he was king. Section 8, The Lion in Winter, Dignity in Decline. Time, the great leveler, touches all. It spares no one, not even the most majestic of creatures. The passage of time is relentless, and its effects are inevitable. The seasons change, the landscape shifts, and life continues its unending cycle, even the mightiest kings of the Mara. The lions, once the undisputed rulers of the savannah, are not immune to the ravages of time. Their reign, though powerful, is finite. Morani too began to show his age. His once vibrant mane, now streaked with grey, told the story of countless battles and years of dominance. The signs of aging were unmistakable. His powerful frame, a little leaner now. The muscles that once rippled with strength had softened, and his gait had slowed. The years had taken their toll, but his spirit remained unbroken. His movements, once so fluid, now more measured. Each step was taken with care, a testament to the wisdom that comes with age. The grace of youth had given way to the dignity of experience. The fire in his eyes still burned. There was a depth to his gaze, a reflection of the life he had lived and the challenges he had overcome. His eyes told a story of resilience and strength, but it was a softer, more knowing glow. The intensity of youth had mellowed into a profound understanding of the world around him. He had seen it all, and it showed in his calm demeanor. The old warrior was entering his twilight. The days of fierce battles and territorial disputes were behind him. Now he embraced the serenity of the twilight years. The sun was setting on his long reign. The golden hues of the sunset mirrored the golden years of his life. It was a time of reflection and acceptance, a natural progression, sad yet inevitable. The cycle of life continued, and with it came the passing of the torch to the next generation. It was a poignant reminder of the impermanence of life. Yet, even in decline, his dignity remained. There was a regal air about him, a quiet strength that commanded respect. He was a true king in every sense of the word. It was remarkable to witness, truly. The way he carried himself, the way he interacted with his surroundings, it was a testament to his enduring spirit. He still carried himself like a monarch. His posture, his gaze, everything about him spoke of a lifetime of leadership and strength. The aura of command had not left him. Even in his twilight years, he exuded an undeniable presence. He was still the king of the savannah. Other animals still sensed his presence. They moved with a respectful distance, acknowledging his place in the hierarchy of the wild. They still afforded him his space. It was a silent tribute to his legacy, a recognition of the life he had lived and the respect he had earned. Section 9. An enduring legacy, Morani's spirit lives on. Morani, the silent king, is gone now. His reign was marked by a quiet strength, a presence that commanded respect without the need for loud roars or displays of aggression. He was a leader who understood the delicate balance of power and peace. His physical presence no longer graces the plains. The vast expanse of the Masai Mara feels a little emptier without him, yet his essence lingers in the air, a silent guardian watching over his kingdom. The cycle of life in the Mara continues. The wildebeest migrate, the zebras graze, and the predators hunt. Nature's rhythm remains unbroken, a testament to the enduring spirit of the land. New kings will rise, new legends will be born. The young lions play and learn, unaware of the legacy they are destined to inherit. They will grow, they will challenge, and they will lead. This is the way of the wild, unchanging. The sun rises and sets, casting its golden glow over the savannah, a daily reminder of the eternal cycle of life and death. But the memory of Morani endures. In the quiet moments of dawn and dusk, his spirit can be felt. A whisper in the wind, a shadow in the twilight. His story is woven into the fabric of this land. Every blade of grass, every rustle of leaves carries a part of his legacy. The land remembers its king. A whisper in the grasses, an echo in the wind. These are the subtle signs of his enduring presence. A reminder that he is never truly gone. He left an indelible mark, you see. His paw prints may fade, but the impact of his reign is everlasting, etched into the very soul of the Mara, a legacy that will not be soon forgotten. The pride rests under the shade, a living testament to his leadership and the stability he brought to his domain. His unique style of rule is remembered. He was not just a king, he was a symbol of what true leadership means. Calm, composed, and ever watchful. The calm dominance, the quiet strength. These were the hallmarks of Morani's reign, a model of kingship that spoke volumes without uttering a single roar. He showed that true power needs no roar. His serenity was his strength, his calmness his command. In his silence, he spoke louder than any roar ever could. That presence can be more potent than aggression. His gentle interactions with the cubs, his quiet patrols through the grass, all spoke of a leader who led by example. This was his special gift to the Mara, a different kind of kingship. One that valued peace over power, presence over dominance. A different model of kingship, one that will be remembered for generations to come as the young lions grow and the cycle of life continues.